Right, so just about to go out for the first ride of the year, and I'm going to go out on the 1975 Triumph Trident T160, last iteration of the Tridents and sort of the last of the British bikes really. The original British bikes, well, apart from the Bombville, which of course carried on at Meriden under the Workers' Cooperative. So this is my bike. It's fairly standard, apart from I've got twin discs on the front. They only came as single as standard. It's got the standard starter motor because, unlike the Commando, these starters are okay. I've got triple bell mouths on mine rather than a big air filter. I've got a drilled disc on the back and a different brake caliper on the back. Apart from that, it's pretty standard. Oh no, I've got I've got alloy rims on, which I think they're good. They make it look really sharp. I'm pleased with those. Apart from that, it's sort of chromed and painted a bit differently. So these were never the original colours, the red, white and blue. This is custom paint. It was actually done before I bought the bike. Opalescent, so metallic. And apart from that, I've just chromed it, so it's got lots of extra chrome bits all over it, polished bits, and like I've chromed the instrument binnacle and so on. A, I want it to look good, and B, I don't want it to rust. So it's stainless, normal thing. I've done stainless steel fixings really throughout. All the nuts and bolts are stainless steel wherever possible, and then I've chromed the engine plates and so on wherever I can. LED lights. A couple of other things I've got on this slightly different. I've got an up-rated neutral indicator switch on mine, which is from see this natty thing here, which means that the neutral switch works perfectly and it doesn't interfere with the gear change, which can happen if you over adjust the indicator, the neutral indicator sort of plunger. It can actually interfere with the gearbox on these, so that's great. And also I've got an up-rated ignition oil warning light. So this is actually a combined oil warning light and ignition light. So it tells you if there's no oil pressure and if there's no electrical charge. It actually works in three ways. It's flashing just to tell you everything's okay. Then when I start up, it will go out. If it flashes really fast, it means you've got no oil pressure. If it flashes really slowly, it means you're not. Oh no, is it flashing? I've forgotten now. I think it might just come on. It means you've got no charge. And if it flashes slowly, that's right. If it flashes slowly, then you're actually overcharging. So it's quite good. It tells you if you're overcharging, undercharging, or you've lost oil pressure. So that's a nice little nutty thing. Yeah, all LED lights. And I've got a Boyer. Is it a Boyer? I forgot where I put it now. Tri-spark ignition, obviously. That's the old one with the separate box. No, it's got a combined regulator and rectifier, but I think I've bolted it on at the side under the battery. Am I on this? Yes, I have. Yeah. Because I was just trying to think, because there's a Zener diode which you can see is actually disconnected. The connector's just sitting there, but there's no wires going to it. So combine up-rated regulator rectifier for electrics. Oh, and obviously, as with all my bikes, it's glass mat absorbed glass mat battery, AGM battery, which I just think they're fantastic. They don't lose charge even over winter, and they're just brilliant. I recommend to everybody. They don't need any maintenance, they don't lose charge. I think they're wonderful. Okay, so this is actually, I've just got the bike out cold from storage. I've not done anything to it whatsoever, but it's a beautiful day. I thought, stuff it, let's go for a ride. I've not prepped it, I haven't done anything. I haven't adjusted the chain, I haven't done anything. So I've just started it up and it took ages to start. They always do over winter. Don't ask me why, but you can tickle it on the starter. Anyway, eventually it started up bit by bit, and then it was obviously only going on 2 cylinders. Now I've had that before where spark plugs, I just don't like sitting over winter. So I've put a new, I found out that it was, just by feeling the exhaust pipe you can tell straight away which one's not firing, and it was this left side one, so I've put a new plug in and poof, away we go. So touch wood, I'm off out for a ride and everything's okay, because I just haven't, well, I've checked the oil, I've reduced the pressure on the tyres because they were overinflated for storage over winter, and that's literally all I've done. So I'm just going to get out and ride it, which, you know, it's a bit of a gamble, you know. You know, over the winter I was going to do all this stuff and this, that and the other. Of course I ended up doing nothing. I just haven't had a chance. I haven't been near the bikes at all. I've had so much other work on. But anyway, now the other thing is, it's cold, because it's now late March, and B, it's much later than normal because I've been waiting for the sun to come out. The forecast is for a really sunny day, but earlier on it was cloudy, so it's now later, and that means there's going to be more traffic about in the ever increasingly populated, busy Peak District. You know, ever since lockdown it's just been chaos out there, and as it's a Sunday and it's now a bit later than I normally go out, that's why I go out early, to avoid all the masses. But it's going to be a lot busier. But anyway, we'll see. I think it'll be busier on the A roads. That's the trouble, you can't have a good blast because there's always cyclists, which I can get past but the cars can't, so you end up sitting behind 3 cars or sitting behind a cyclist, you know. It's okay on the back roads because there's very little traffic and I can get past the cyclists, but the A roads is a bit of a pain. Anyway, we're going to go out and see what we got. I'll nip up and get some petrol. Yeah, it's clearing up all the time now. The weather is going to be, they said it's going to be bright blue shortly. So here we go, and hope I don't freeze to death. It is cold, but I do have 4 pairs of trousers on. Yes, 4 pairs of trousers, 2 layers of thermals, my leather trousers and my salopettes that I used to use for skiing back in the day. So hopefully that'll be okay, and I've got my heated gloves, but I bet it's still going to be damn cold. Right, here we go. Let's go. Right, well, I'm afraid that was a fairly short ride. Bike going well, but I'm just zooming off up the hill, and bloody Nora, a damn gear lever fell off again. I mean, when I say again, this is a T160. It's never, well, the last time this fell off was years and years ago in the Lake District. I haven't worked on it this winter or anything, but anyway, I'm just going up that hill, got to change gear. Oh, what? Oh no. So I think, well, I can come back, no idea where the gear lever is. I'll limp home in 4th gear, and maybe I can take the gear lever off the T150 and go out on this again, the same gear lever. Anyway, blow me down, I turn around, go back, there, slap bang in the middle of the road, about half a mile back, is the gear lever sitting slap bang in the middle of the road, saying like, here I am. So obviously stopped, put it on very loosely and limped back. So I just need to tighten that up. Well, that's okay. However, at the same time, I realised that I've no back brake. The back brake as is doing absolutely nothing. There's, you know, nothing. So I don't know what's happened there. Of course, that's what comes of going out on a bike without checking it. I just got on it, thought, right, I'm just going to ride it. Fluid. I must have something weird, because it's not doing anything at all. Nothing. Here we are. I don't know if you can see that view. It's a little hazy today, but a great view of Derbyshire. Anyway, we're out, and bike going great. So the gear lever problem is now sorted, and going really well. And strangely, the rear brake, I mean, as soon as I set off, it was working again. You know, it definitely wasn't doing anything, and now suddenly it started to work. So I don't know why. Whether there was an airlock maybe in the master cylinder, so when I took the cap off, it released it. I really don't know, but it's working fine. So there we go. Anyway, it's just great to be out. A bit hazy, but it's so good to be out. Out in Derbyshire. What a beautiful bike. Somebody could ride round. Oh dear. Yeah, it's all going really well. Going really well. So very pleased. Very pleased. I don't think there's any real problems. I think maybe the only problem I've got, let's have a look. Yeah. This damned minute little weep of oil. Which is still driving me mad. It's coming, I think, from the. I think it's coming from the rocker box cover. But you know, I've tried everything. I've put sealant on it. I've tightened it. I don't know. It's just a bloody annoying, because the whole bike is so oil tight. It's not that little damned weep. Annoying. But I actually fitted. I don't know if you can see. I fitted an uprated rocker box cover. That's the original. And these are billet No, it's still leaking. So I'll probably go back to the original because I don't really like those billet ones. You know, if it's not working, then there's no point having it on. So I'll scratch my head on that one a bit more. Apart from that, going great. No leaks or anything at all. Oh yes. Oh god, it's good to be out. It's freezing cold, and I've got my 4 pairs of trousers on, and I'm damn glad I have, I tell you now. Yeah, nice. But it's just good to be out in the sunshine on the bike, just tooting around the lanes a bit. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to tootle on a bit more. So here we all are back, safe and sound. Absolutely brilliant ride. I mean, I'm so glad I went out. Just a brilliant ride. I mean, a bit cold, but you know, I had my, as I think I've said, my 4 pairs of trousers on and my electrically heated gloves, little battery operated things that I got off eBay. Just brilliant. And what a great ride. Had a, just on the way back, I don't think it's on the camera, I don't know, but had an interesting little run with a couple of racer boys in their cars, you know. Decided that there was some old bike that they were going to put in its place, and I think they kind of learned otherwise. Yeah, brilliant. Just a great run. Bike just going absolutely brilliantly now, absolutely brilliantly. You know, they just had a few little coughs and wheezes, you know, the brake pedal, the change the spark plug, and then whoosh, absolutely just it's just going brilliantly now. So yeah, just great to get out, just great to get out there, and beautiful sunny day, wrap up warm enough so you know you're not cold, and it's just great. I don't know what else I can say. I don't know, but yeah, wow! I just so enjoyed that. It's been, you know, since, I don't know, end of September, early October last time I went for a ride. So that's about 5 months, is it? 6 months even. October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, about getting on for 6 months, I think. So yeah, just anyway, fantastic. So that's the first ride of the season, and just brilliant, just brilliant. Anything else to report? No, I don't think so. No, everything just going really, really well on the bike. Yep. And the only other thing is I didn't record this, perhaps I should have done really. It would be difficult to do though. When I was out, I just double checked the tune on the carbs and the pilot screws. And I tend to do it when I'm out, A, because it gets the engine warm, and B, because it doesn't annoy the neighbours. If I try and do it here, A, I've got to run the engine so it's like hot, which isn't great for the neighbours, and then run it for ages while I tune. So there's a couple of places in the middle of nowhere out in Derbyshire, which is great, little lay-by, and I can stop, the engine's hot, not annoying anybody. And I found out that the left-hand carb was in fact a bit of a way out, quite a way out really, on the tune, and it was coughing and spluttering a little bit. And then as soon as I did that, choosh, I tell you, the bike's just running fantastically now. Yeah, it just made all the difference. It was the other two carbs were pretty spot on, but that left-hand carb for some reason was quite a way out. Needed almost like half a turn, I think, in, and brilliant now, brilliant. Okay, there we go.